I will be sewing with an overlock machine, but if you don't have one, you can use a sewing machine with a zigzag stitch. I recommend applying interfacing to the following parts. Top collar piece. Both placket pieces. The placket placement area on the front piece, marked with notches on the pattern. Shoulder seams of the back piece. Turn off the steam and press the interfacing on the wrong side of the garment with a dry iron. Fold the long edges of both placket pieces to the inside by 0.7 centimeters, 1/4 inch, and press. I recommend hand basting them in place. Then, fold each placket lengthwise in half and press again. Place both plackets together, one on top of the other, so that they open opposite directions. Hand stitch the plackets together at the bottom at 0.7 centimeters, 1/4 inch, from the edge. Transfer the notch marking from the wrong side of the front piece to the right side. Draw a short horizontal line. Sew the plackets in place, aligning the top 0.7 centimeters, 1/4 inch, above the line. The plackets should point downward. Mark a straight line from the center of the neckline down to the top of the plackets. Cut along this line, stopping 2 centimeters, 3/4 inch, before the plackets. From the end of the line, cut 2 diagonal lines toward the corners of the stitching at the base of the plackets. Carefully tuck the raw edges into the plackets, one at a time. Make sure the clipped section is fully enclosed inside the plackets. I recommend hand stitching first for precision. Sew the plackets in place using a straight stitch with a length of 3 to 3.5. Press with an iron. Press the seam allowances of the plackets on the wrong side toward the front piece. Top stitch from the right side just below the plackets to secure the seam allowance. Trim the seam allowance. If desired, finish the raw edge with a zigzag stitch or serger. Remove all basting stitches. The placket is complete. Place the front and back pieces right sides together. Sew the shoulder seams using a sewing machine or serger. Place the 2 collar pieces right sides together and sew along the 3 sides, leaving the bottom edge open, with a 0.7 centimeters, 1/4 inch seam allowance. Trim the corners and reduce the seam allowance on the non-interface piece only. Clip the curved edges, being careful not to cut into the seam. Turn the collar right side out and press well. Press the shoulder seams toward the front piece of the sweatshirt. You can top stitch them if desired. Pin the bottom, non-interfaced collar piece to the neckline, right sides together. Match the center back of the neckline to the center of the collar. Then match the collar ends to the edges of the V-shaped neckline. Sew in place. Fold the seam allowance of the interfaced collar piece under by 0.7 centimeters, 1/4 inch, and pin it to cover the collar seam. Stitch close to the edge, about 0.1 centimeters or 1/16 inch. I do recommend hand basting first to ensure clean and even stitching. Pin the sleeves to the armholes, right sides together. Match the notches, sew in place. With right sides together, sew the side seams and sleeve seams in one continuous line. Match the armhole seams. Sew the short edges of the waistband in both cuffs to form loops. Fold the waistband and cuffs in half lengthwise, wrong sides together, aligning the raw edges. Pin the waistband to the bottom of the sweatshirt and the cuffs to the sleeves, aligning raw edges. Stretch the waistband and cuffs slightly to match the notches and distribute evenly. Sew the waistband and cuffs, stretching them slightly as you sew to ensure a smooth fit. Top stitch the waistband seam allowance upward onto the body of the sweatshirt to secure it in place. Your sweatshirt is finished. You can add snaps or buttons to the placket or leave the collar open. I will be adding snaps. You are done. Now it's time to conquer the world.